Okay, guys, we're back on the boat, and today I'm trying to deal with some of these cables. I had a suggestion about it's a type of conduit. It really cleans up the space, and I looked at the stuff, but I don't even have room in this cabin to run that. So I went and picked up the old trusty Velcro. This is the cable organizer roll. It's got like 50 ties in it, and hopefully that's going to be enough. What I'm going to have to do is kind of go through setting up the cameras, and then I'm going to deal with what I've got left, because I've got this set up to not only maybe use on my boat, but maybe some other boats. I'm just thinking in the future, I want to be able to have the capability of live streaming maybe from some other vessels, and I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of cable to be able to mount cameras in areas where I think it might be an advantage for you guys for some good, clear video. So we're going to give that a shot. Oh, and by the way, I picked up some new shirts today. Check these out. Long sleeve. They've got the they're UV treated, so they'll protect you. But there's our logo on the back of it there. I got them in coral, and I also picked up some blue. First order I did, was just white, which I like the white, but golly, it gets dirty easy, quick. So decided to add a little color, a little spice into the equation, kind of mix it up a little bit. We'll see what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the shirts. I'll probably take a few of them up to South Carolina when I go to visit Derek and the food boat, along with Alfred Montaner and Fisher Joe. All that's coming. That's going to be this weekend. So next thing I want to do is I want to take this camera out and kind of get it in place to show you guys where this one's going to go. And you can see already just what a mess of cables I got here trying to figure all this stuff out. And I've got to come up with a system for kind of being able, once I take this wiring down, the idea is to keep it kind of bundled for use mainly if we're going back on this boat. So I got to come up with some kind of either color code or a number system where I can label everything and know instantly where to put it back in. All right, got that camera up, and let's see, where is that image? this image. That's our forward-looking camera, looking out where we're headed. And then we've got our camera on the deck, which we also now have the ability, well, not now, but should be. This system is a little glitchy, but with this system we should be able to kind of move that camera around. However, it's locked right now, so here we go and don't have that capability, and just like that we lose the video when we start to mess with it. So that's going to be an issue we got to try to deal with. But the crazy thing about it is the system starts working. We change the mode on it, and it starts, now it takes off and kind of does its own thing. Well, we'll have to work on that in a second. You know, no. You are a stubborn little thing, you. It's like a big latency delay in using this thing. And it's something we're going to have to deal with. We'll see if we can get this image back up. And of course we're not. Bear with me, guys. And this technology is not the end all that I was hoping it would be, but we are going to figure it out. We are. And still no joy. Nobody said it was going to be easy. I got to keep reminding myself of that. And it's looking, and still nothing. You are a frustrating little thing. And that time, yeah, we have joy. We'll switch it over, and there's our deck cam. We're supposed to have control of that thing from outside. We don't have our chart plotter up, so we're going to be kind of going without that right now. So we're going to get some Velcro and start with some wiring. Now, geez, there's a lot of wire to try to deal with here. But that's a good thing. In this case, more is definitely better. I've got some hooks that I found on Amazon. These are got a little snap. This is supposed to be for curtain rods, and what I'm using them for, I'm putting Velcro on the backside little strip in here where I need it, and I can stick these things. I've got another one over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's one back here, but I can use that to kind of support these wires in a little bit of organization, getting it down, and then we'll run that Velcro, the Velcro straps around it where we have to try to bundle it. I've got to get this stuff where it's not banging around on the boat. We do run the boat at speed, and it's not always as pleasant. So everything's got to be pretty secure. Oh, and yeah, we've turned up the audio. I know that when we tried the live stringer, some guys said, "Hey, everything looks pretty good, but we're having a little issue hearing." So hopefully you guys are able to hear a little better and enjoy the stream. This is all a game of trial and error to make this stuff work. And I hope you guys understand this, because there's no manual for this stuff at all. I mean, you just kind of get out and figure out what works and do your best with what you got. So that's what we're trying to do here, and see if we can get everything to an acceptable level. I've got this guy right here. I need to grab a piece of this. This is not at all what I wanted to get, because I needed the Velcro. Got the wrong stuff. That means another trip to the store for us. Never ends. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back in just a minute. All right. So we picked up a couple packs of the strips that I need. I'm going to see if we can attach. I got a couple of these clips coming. Another pack of them. Just had to have another pack. Part of the deal is I got to remove this adhesive that comes pre-installed to put these on. Must be a better way. I think this will work better. The adhesive backing that comes on these clips is very adhesive, and it's intended for a permanent installation. However, I want this to be completely removable. With just the contact backing left in place on the inside of the boat, if that makes sense. Hope so. We got that kind of peeled off. Take the backing off one of the strips. We'll apply that. You guys see that? Then we're going to stick that right there. Works like a champ. Then that cable runs through there, and that's going to work. The trouble with some of this, the closer we get to the command center, the more slack we have there that we got to deal with. And hopefully those command strips, or the Velcro strips, excuse me, will come into play there. To bundle everything up. Again, I have no manual for this. This is all me trying to put this together where I think it will work best for what I'm trying to do here inside the pilot house of the Minorcan Mullet. Maybe there's a better way. I just don't know what it is right now. Now, the reason I've got a lot of the other hooks in here is I put this little air conditioner in here. It's a little standalone unit that's vented outside the boat, and it really makes this place bearable. But when I do go camping on the boat and stay on the boat at nighttime, it gets very comfortable in here. You can leave the windows and doors closed. Temperature gets nice, and you don't have to worry about mosquitoes getting in here and really wreaking havoc with you at nighttime. But in that little transition period, it does afford not only a little privacy by putting the curtains up, but it also helps to reduce the heat load inside the boat. Get this last little bit of adhesive off. I've only got 2 of these guys left here. I've got some more coming. I lost some. I'd ordered 2 packs of these things, and Amazon said they delivered them. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but they never showed up. I got 1 pack, I didn't get the 2nd pack. I thought maybe they might have got delivered to a neighbor or something, and it took me a while to make sure I made it to everybody and ask them about them, but nobody had seen them. So got in touch with Amazon. I tell you what, that's one really good thing about Amazon. They will work with you. And they're going to get me some more coming. That's looking good. We need a little Velcro strip here. some of you may have used these. Just a little Velcro strip. It's got a little opening. You can run the loop back through it. And then it can just stay on the cords, and you can unfasten it as you need and reattach it. Once you need to bundle stuff back up, you just loop it around itself a couple times. And this stuff really works good for that. Stick one there, we'll stick one more. Down towards the clip. I've got this fan blowing right on me. I hope this isn't affecting the audio too bad. We'll know soon enough. Alright. Now those were permanently attached. I don't think I have another one that is free. So I'm going to have to wait on some of those other ones. But in the meantime, we can continue to try to bundle this and get it into a system where it's not quite as crazy as it looks right now. Because right now it is just a crazy bunch of wiring. Guys, we were going to get there eventually. Those wires look good. I think we'll probably have to add another clip over on this side of the boat as well once we get all this stuff together. Now, I also have an onion box for this main controller, and it's kind of a cage, and we'll be able to secure the wires so they won't vibrate out or anything like that on that end of the box. It's a pretty neat little setup, kind of an aftermarket deal what somebody was thinking when they came up with that little device. And I know I'm not going to get it all straightened out, but I'm going to try to, I'm trying to get it in a more manageable fashion. Maybe we'll come up with a clip to put that right there. I think that'll work. Yeah, we got that one right there. Which might work. Wait, let's see what this works, how this works out. It's a little better. I know I'm making headway because I can actually start to see the compass again, which is a plus. Back there. Gotta get this fan going again. That part looks like that'll work. This may not be the best way to tackle this wiring issue, but for me right now, it's the best plan I can come up with to make this stuff work. All right. Had a little phone call there, sorry. I didn't want to bore you guys with the details, but I had a buddy that almost had his boat. We had so much rain yesterday, like maybe an inch and a half in a couple hours. It was just a crazy amount of rain. His boat was in the water over at the marina, and he went down this morning. He's planning on going fishing, and he got a surprise when he got there because the boat was full of water, and the bilge pump had a problem. It had gotten a little bit of trash kind of wrapped around the impeller of his boat, of the of the impeller motor to cause it to stop pumping, and he was almost in panic mode this morning. You know, I've got so much miscellaneous stuff up here on the dash. It's a good day for maybe cleaning up a little bit of this stuff. Not to mention, it looks like I have some wires that are going to stuff I don't have any idea where it's going to. USB-C. You know, sometimes when you get a project started and you get into it, you wonder why you didn't do some of it before. I'm looking at the boat here, and what I've got up on the dash, it makes me wonder why I haven't been through some of this stuff. I don't think about it. I really don't. It's usually cleaning up some of the last things on my mind. All right, that looks a little better. By golly, I think we're starting to get somewhere, guys. Got a clip there, which will hold that in place. Yeah, this is coming together nicely. This Parker has, it's one of the windows. It doesn't have both forward windows are not capable of opening. The port side window is fixed, but this starboard side in front of the helm does open, but I find myself not really opening it a whole bunch. I usually get enough breeze with the two side windows, the back door open, and maybe that fan moving the air. It's not that unpleasant in here. All right, this needs to go back here. I just want to be careful. These little, talking about my buddy that had trouble with his bilge pump, these little bits and pieces, if you really got to stay up with that stuff on the boat. If you don't, it will find its way to the bilge. I think anybody that has a boat with a bilge pump will tell you that's when problems start. Trash in the bilge. Because trash doesn't makes its way into the system, gets in the pump. It'll cause the pump to jam, and find yourself with some big problems. What do I want to do with this guy? Do the same thing. I think so. I gotta tell you, I'm really excited about the upcoming trip to Charleston to visit with Derek. I've never been up to Derek. Derek has been down and visited with me. I've never been up to Charleston to visit with him. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so whatever spare time I've had, I've been trying to make preparations. We've got the generator loaded up. We'll need the generator to run the portable air. Got the fuel for that. The boat's been fueled. I've got to get the shrimp. I've got to get, which I'll show you some video here. I went over to the shrimp docks and ran up with Captain Johnny on the Dora F just to make sure that he was going to be working, because I want to bring some fresh shrimp. I want to really have some good stuff. Asked him if he's going to be working Thursday, plan on departing on Friday. He said yeah, he was planning on going Thursday. So my plan is to go over and visit with him Thursday and get about 10 pounds of shrimp, and we'll be ready to head out Friday morning, hopefully, to South Carolina. Now I've got this stuff that is here. Where's this guy going? Is that feed? That's feed for the box. Tell you what we can do with that. Just make our own little loop up this way. Eliminate some of this. I'm liking the way this Velcro is organizing this cable a lot more and more. Again, it's totally temporary. I can, if I need to move everything over to be able to box it up to take it to another vessel, I'll be able to do that without any issues. It'll all come out once it's set up. And I'm thinking about, I've got to kind of either color code. I was thinking about maybe color coding these inputs with tie straps. And I was thinking of having it set up where you start at number 1, the first input, and just do red, white, blue. The 4th input is a USB. It's different from the HDMI, so I know where it will go. What do you guys think about it? Would that be just do a red, white, and blue tie strap on each one of the inputs, and I'll know right where they go. Trying to make it as simple as possible. It's something I can remember. And I think that may be the trick. That looks good there. Now this area, I still have my connection here for our iPad, so we can run the chart plotter. And we actually have some room on the dash. I know I've got a couple things we got to do out on the deck. So we see what we've got, of course. That has dropped out. Let's see if we can re-engage it. There we are there. So yeah. Hung the dock lines up so we could kind of dry those out. I know I've got some leaves in the boat. We spent Saturday, had one of the guys over, and he helped me. We waxed the outside of the boat, went over it, cleaned everything, waxed it. And believe it or not, this deck was very, very clean. Only takes a couple raindrops, a little bit of wind, and it fills up those live oak leaves, which are everywhere. But we'll get those out of here Thursday afternoon for the trip up. Everything else is ready. I mean, I've got the stuff I need to take up. I'm taking a grill up to Derek, and got some chairs in there. We'll need some chairs. Got some of those. Like I said, I still got to put a cooler on here. But everything is kind of coming together. It'd really be nice to have everything together so that I didn't have any issues. You know, everything, get as much done as we can, because there's always, I don't care, you're dealing with a boat, something always comes up. Never fails. Am I right or wrong? You guys that are on the water, you know. I think everything is good. And where we've gone to in our stream here, sometimes we just have to poke the bear a little bit. We're still working on the system, guys. We will get it figured out. That is the ultimate goal, to be able to bring you guys something kind of special, kind of neat. And we kind of got the boat straightened out here a little bit. I'm kind of happy with that. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for being with us as we continue the endeavor, which has become not only getting the Charleston, South Carolina, but also being able to bring you guys a live stream that is worthy of your time. Thanks for watching, and we're going to ask, if you haven't done it yet, you'll click on that subscribe link. Maybe hit the bell for notifications anytime we get something up or we go live. You guys will get notifications about that, so you can kind of switch over to the channel. And hey, you guys be safe out there.